Hi guys, this is Vishal Malkan and welcome to Tuesday Technical Talk. And I apologize for 5 minute delay. I'm just figuring out some tech stuff. The internet is low. Anyway, we are live now and we are ready to rock and roll. So let's start with the usual thing. Where are you logging in from? Which city? Where are you from? And if you are new to Tuesday Technical Talk, just mention you are new. So we have Kolkata, Tamil Nadu, book launch. Yes, thank you so much. We have some great news today. Bangalore, Chennai. Oh, you guys have already logged in and started coming up. Ahmedabad. You are attending for the first time. Yes, thank you so much. And we have Chennai, Bangalore. Come on. Hyderabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, Canada, Bhopal, Mumbai. You are new. Great to see you guys. Welcome to Tuesday Technical Talk. Thane, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and new Bathinda. Thane, Bangalore. All right, great stuff. Many new people today. Navi Mumbai, Pune, Kulu, Mumbai. All right, great show. Ahmedabad, Coimbatore, Surat. That's great stuff. Good. Good to see many new people today. And partially, I know the reason behind that. So many new people today. I'll tell you what, and many of you would agree. And yeah, that's good. So let's get started. So first of all, a big welcome to Tuesday Technical Talk. And I'm live. This is my 40th episode. And we have been doing this since this January, almost 9-10 months. And we have covered topics like trend lines, trend channels, Fibonacci, RSI, ADX, candlesticks, Bollinger Bands, short-term trading, day trading, swing trading, positional trading, and we had discussed about high-performance trader, options trading, and yeah, trend following. So many things which are coming up, and if you haven't, and last time, and let me just tell you, those who are live right now, remember last Tuesday was the day when we did this session, and that day I revealed something extremely advanced, but it was very simple. Now, my meaning of advanced is that going deeper into the basic, which becomes an advanced, is advanced and not something which is complicated. So I went into something called as time cycles, yes, last Tuesday, and I told you that it is a new moon day, and there is very likely that the trend will change from now onwards. And since Wednesday, markets have been up. Market went up on Wednesday, then Thursday it went down for a gap down, and again Friday it was up, and yesterday and today is up. So we made a major bottom on that day, Tuesday, which we said an important time cycle as per the planetary actions. And some people could not believe that. And some people said that it is very fishy or weird that we are talking about planetary actions or stuff like that. So, but it works, and it did. And it was one fantastic opportunity to get into the market on the long side. And we have seen almost like 1,000-point rally on Bank Nifty, more than 1,000 points on Bank Nifty, 300 points on Nifty, and many stocks have gone up by 5% to 10%. And I'm so glad after that Tuesday Technical Talk, which was one of the most viewed and shared on Facebook and YouTube, and also almost, if I count all the emails and the SMSs or even the WhatsApp messages from that Tuesday till to this Tuesday, almost like 280 something messages from different parts of the country, a few of them out of country, on how they could take advantage of that small nugget which we mentioned about New Moon Day. And it's not just every New Moon Day would do something like this. So don't get me wrong. It was a New Moon Day followed by a major panic in the market. and a major global kind of an event. And that is the time when it was at major support on the price and a major candlestick pattern, and then the market turned up. That was the crucial point, and not it was only about new moon day. Otherwise you will say, okay, every new moon day you just buy the market or sell the market. That's not going to happen. Okay, so it requires some kind of experience and some kind of study and go deeper, and then you can go into that. Okay, so there are some made lots of money from that, from your RSI strategy. Thank you so much. I'm glad to get this kind of comments, especially from people who are not even, I don't even know you, just seen my free videos and you're making money. That's excellent, and that should not stop you from coming to my events. Okay, by the way, there's a lot more in the live events. So all right, so I'm so excited and so glad. And yesterday I just launched my book, which is Cash Tanks, which was long in the making, and writing and rewriting and editing and stuff like that, and gathering a lot of information and lot of experience. My 22 years of trading experience, and Meghna's 10 years of trading experience, and 10 years of training experience of people across the world. And we have interviewed some of the best minds in trading in the book, and some of the best minds have vouched for our book. So I'm already, most of you have bought the book, but also for the first time, along with the book, I'm offering something unique which I've not done so far. And if you have seen that book video, it goes to the next one, which says how to predict a market crash, 3 ways to predict a market crash. And if you haven't got that particular, it's a 2-hour video where I'm going to show you that how I have been able to consistently, from 2008 till 2018, able to predict almost every market crash, major or minor. And although maybe not made a lot of money on each of them, but didn't lose a single penny on each of those fall, is also already a big achievement, I think so. And now I think it's pretty easy and simple, because even my students are doing it regularly. So I'm going to share that video. So in case if you have bought the book and not got that video, you can go back and sign up for that book and you get that video. It's hardly something, I guess, some $3,000 something, but it's worth that much. And but that video is only, I'm going to sell with the book. So those who are part, in case you have already bought only the book and not that, so that means you have to buy one more book, and no problem, you can gift it to someone. So in meanwhile, you can click on this link, which is there for the book, and then we'll start the session for today. Just so I was so excited to share, so I just wanted to do this. And of course, even if you go further in the programs, in the book, I have bundled up so many programs like Power Patterns, High Performance Trader, 6 Steps to 6-Figure Trades, Zero to Hero Options Program, Ultimate Options Strategy Program, everything into, if you go in that flow of the book, you will get at much cheaper price as a bundle for just buying the book. That's the key. So if you go to the website, it's going to cost you more, but if you go to the book, it costs you less, and all the programs in one shot, most of them lifetime value, plus this crash report is must. So make sure you grab this opportunity. So I guess we are at 150, and 150 people, for those who don't know, we need to break our own records, right? We need to make new highs. Markets make new highs. We are happy. So we need to make a new high in our Tuesday technical talk. So make sure you share this video right now as we are live, so that we have more than 250 by the end of this session. So if I ask you right now, I was completely zapped, and in the last few days running around for the book launch and various other events which I'm doing. Next ABCT is coming up in Friday in Mumbai, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then next ABCT in Bangalore, 26, 27, 28. Why am I running around like mad is because I'm going to take a big vacation for 40 days after that in November. And that's why it's too much of a, plus we just shifted to our new Malkan's new head office yesterday actually. So yesterday was a big celebration for Malkan's team as a new office, plus the cash tax launch is going on. So many things going on together, and that's how I love it. And that's one message I want to give you, is that life is never giving all the perfect signals. You just have to get in the game. You just have to keep going and keep keep doing several things. Like, it's not like either this or that. I want both. Can you become a better trader and a trainer? And in all this, you can, and you can do everything together. Just get in the game and get hustling. Like, I can't sit idle. I need to do something new. Plus, all this Navratri days, there's a festival going on, and especially in Mumbai, it's celebrated like anything. You can even hear the background noise. I stay near a big ground where there's big major Navratri happens, and you can even hear the noise. I've just tried to shut everything so that I don't get disturbed. And usually, I have been to each day to play with my wife, who's a big fan of Navratri. But today, for one day, I requested her that I need to be with my students, Tuesday technical talk. So we are taking an off from Navratri so that I can be with you and give you a lot of value and learn first. So and many times, my wife Meghna Malkan just always have a fight with me, or like kind of a cold fight, which says that you always have like two wives. One is your students and one is me. So, and you have to balance between the two. So I love to be with you, and let's get started before we go into further. So, okay, if I ask you, what is one thing which you would like to learn in this session, and if I ask you what would be that one quick thing now for today? So one topic. So I've not planned a topic today, and I'm going to teach you whatever you tell me and whatever I feel like, and let's see what comes up. So which topic you would like to learn today? What one thing is bothering you more than ever is in trading, or you want to learn ADX? So no, it's a physical book which you are going to get with a hardcover copies autographed by me and Meghna Malkan, but it's going to release in December. But you're going to get a lot of free videos immediately, plus that crash report for slightly higher, like $3,000. So just get that thing. Okay, so you have Bank Nifty. Okay, a lot of topics are coming up. Okay. Hold on. Bollinger Bands, options, expiry option strategy, top-down strategy, Bank Nifty strategy, and options, and option chain analysis, mindset, and I did small trade based on option strategy of yours. It worked like magic. Thank you so much. ADX, I think we did ADX recently. I would suggest don't do ADX for intraday because it's slightly slower in terms of movement. It's a slow indicator. Tops and bottoms, technicals to start consider. 7-star trade. Oh wow. Option trading सिखाओ सर. अरे सिखाओ क्या, इतना सारा प्रोग्राम है हमारे पास, ले लो for lifetime access. Bank Nifty strategies, how to control your greed when money making becomes easy in the market. So that's a great question, and that's a good problem to have, that when money making becomes easy. Last time also I mentioned about that okay, we need to take a break. Okay, psychology of trading, option writing, Bollinger Bands, Bank Nifty. Okay. Now I have to decide something on this. Overall view of the market. That looks interesting. How to select stocks for long term. Pyramiding, managing options, emotions. Maybe I have to do 40 more Tuesday technical talk to how to copy Malkan. Copy. Oh, I can have a one full day session on that. My students know what I mean by that. Okay. You have no idea about that, what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, let's get started with something. Let me give you one. Is it okay if I give you like one overall market view for the next few months or the next couple of months, based on all the tools combining together what we have learned? That would be one hell of a session if you agree on that. Would you like to do that? Okay. Like if I tell you what is, let's look at Nifty and Bank Nifty completely. How to identify breakouts or stocks. And yes, So if I give you something what I do with my only 1 year coaching student, what we call as mastermind, it's like which I do every 10 to 15 days to give them an overall view of the market, including some major sectors which can turn around from now, which will help you gauge the market and trade the market in that direction. Is that okay with you guys? But we need to just cross 200 plus. So meanwhile, let me just check my chart setup, which is already ready. So let me fix that first. It's just getting done. Yeah. Meanwhile, you can keep sharing the video right now. I'm just setting up my chart, and let me just fix it one more time. Meanwhile, you can order the book if you have not. You can see the link on that. I'm just fixing up my chart, and make sure you take the crash report. And if you already ordered the book and not taken the crash, it's not a report, it's a 2-hour video on how to predict a major market crash. So if you get that thing properly in your life, then you don't have to worry. And if you can predict one big crash like the one which we had recently, it's all done. Like you'll make more money than the whole bull market ever. And we love crashes. Now my students have started calling me downtrend specialist, because the way they made money in the last couple of crashes, which happened in Feb, that was not a major one. This one was slightly higher, bigger one. No, it doesn't matter. It's a big or a small crash, big crash, we make a lot of money. So let's get started. So thank you for sharing. And some of you who are thinking now, I'm going to talk about one important thing, okay, which I already mentioned once, but I just want to re-emphasize on that, because that can be one big hell of an opportunity if you can get it right. So I'm just setting up my chart, and it's almost done. Meanwhile, I guess some of you are already buying the book. I'm getting messages. Okay, great stuff. Take the crash report at least, and if you can go higher to Zero to Hero and other programs, great. Okay, so let me just put my screen here on this chart. And okay, okay, so I'm going to add one screen, application window, and that's my software, and it's got started sharing, and now I have it done. Okay, now I can show you my screen. Okay, great. Can you guys see the screen? Say yes. Of course, yes, the recent crash was predicted. I would say not the right word to say predicted, but traded profitably. And we have something very simple strategy, which we always follow and which keeps us on the right side of the market. And if you ask these people who are on this board, ask them, did they make money in the crash? Come on, how many points did you make in the crash of Bank Nifty? Come on, Malkan's students and other students who know my strategy. Come on, some people still don't believe it. Some people here are sometimes judging. Sometimes people are trying to guess. Sometimes people think that maybe it's. I'm going to teach you 2-3 major life lessons today. Okay, let's get that thing clear. Yes. How many points on Bank Nifty did we make in the short? Come on, one single trade. Today I have enough time. I'm not in a hurry, so don't worry. 2,800 points in Bank Nifty in a single trade, and 2,500, 2,500, 2,200. So those who have any questions about it, these guys, some of them even I don't even know them. Some of them are my students, and it's up to your belief system whether you can make money in the crash. I think it's the best way to make money. Okay, so okay, 1 lakh rupees. Okay, no problem. So let's get started. We are at 170 people. So meanwhile, you keep ordering the book. I will show you this link one more time, last time. and take that crash report. You get a autographed copy from me and Meghna. It has interviews of Dr. Van Tharp. It has interview of Jack Schwager, who has taken a lot of interviews in Market Wizards. I have interviewed Jack Schwager, Mark Minervini, Steve Burns, Ramdev Agarwal, and Dr. C.K. Narayan are 6 interviews in the book. Then it has a foreword by Dr. C.K. Narayan. It has testimonial. I have to send my draft copy to them to give me a testimonial that they love the book. Remember, Dr. Van Tharp is my idol, is the icon of trading. He is like completely at a different level, and he loved my book, and he gave a testimonial. In fact, gave an article interview also. Then I got a testimonial from the Asian Buffett. His name is Sean Shaw. He's a trader and an investor, and a couple of other guys. So it's so much of hard work and so much of experience has gone into that writing. For some of you who are my students, you may find most of the things which I teach in my seminars, but there are still some nuggets, small nuggets, which can change the mindset, change the trading strategy. So it's worth reading, plus so much of videos I'm giving. More than the book, the 3 basic videos which I'm giving you, out of which there is a success triangle pyramid, trader success pyramid by Meghna Malkan, which I only teach in my 1-year program. That video you're getting for free. So it's really have priceless moments in this book. So let's get started with this market where I am right now today, and let's analyze the market from the top. And we say top means top-down approach. What is top-down approach? Okay. So let's talk about top-down approach in the market. And why is this going slow? Okay, it's slightly slow on the internet right now, so I need to refresh this thing. Meanwhile, so while I'm refreshing this thing, let me just talk about 2 things, right? One thing, you know what? Let me just go back to this mode so it becomes easier. Okay, one thing is very important, that when you have a dream, all of you have a dream to become a trader or a pro trader or make money or whatever is your dream apart from trading. Some of the dreams are such dreams, or if they're really big dreams, like I have a big dream. So many times people around us, like in the society, in the family, in our close circle, doesn't understand the dream, and they try to ridicule you or demotivate you or push you down. So you have to create something called as a mental bubble. Bubble means like it's like a wall, like somebody throws at some criticism or some comments at you, and you don't feel affected, like okay, this is too much, this is too big, he's crazy, he can't make it, nobody makes so much money in stock market. I had to listen to that for so long, to the fact that when I decided to become a trainer, and people laughed at me, including some of my family members or friends who said that you can't be a trainer, nobody pays you that 10 lakh rupees to become a trader. And today what we are doing is because the dream which I can see, because of my passion, most people can't see. You have to go beyond, and you have to go against all of them to make your dream true, and sometimes including your family members. So I want you to say that I have so many fans like you who are right now on watching my videos since last 40 episodes, and more people are watching. At the same time, I also know that there are some people who hate me. There's some people who don't like me. Some people criticize me. Some people say whatever they want to say about. I get so many comments on Twitter, Facebook. But till today, I haven't even responded or replied to any negative comment in my life. I accept it. I don't get agitated so quickly, because I'm okay with that, because that's their view. They don't understand me. They don't know my dream. They don't know my passion. So sometimes you have to ignore completely the comments and people, what they are trying to tell you. I'm talking about you, because you are going to face the same problem if you really want to become a big trader or a big investor or big money. And because that's not common, right? Most people talk about average, mediocre life. When you try to go above average, out of the crowd, out of the herd, then people point fingers at you. So you have to have the daring and the guts to stand out in the group and face all the criticism and face and kind of a bubble and go beyond your limits to get your dream too. So don't get affected by any criticism or negativity or any comments from anybody who doesn't understand your dream. It's absolutely okay, right? So still some people say that how can you do this and how can you talk about this and all this. Like when I started trading, I said I was 16. Nobody said you can't make money in this, you need to study. And then I made almost 20 lakh rupees when I was just 20. I didn't even finish college. Okay. So of course I lost it back, and there's a big story. You can read my book. I'm going to share that. Then I said, okay, I want to become a trainer, and I'm going to have this 1 year coaching program, and I'm going to charge 10 lakh rupees. And then people said crazy, and people start to bully me also on various media and stuff like that. But that's okay. That's part of their thinking. I don't mind. Now we have students across the world. So that's when I started online programs, India doesn't have any online business or online programs. It's more in the US. Now I have so many online programs which are selling every single day, and people are getting great response and making money out of it. So that's my example of going out of the crowd and doing something that I want you to do that. One. And second thing, do you understand this important thing that you have to face all these things and keep going with your own passion? And the second thing is you need to have the pillar of success. When you understand that success pyramid, which I'm talking about, you're going to get free as a part of the book, which Meghna has explained beautifully. One major pillar of that success in any area of your life or even in trading is what, enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. You see that how I am charged up when I'm talking on screen, like right now, or even if you see me on stage for 3 full days from morning 9 to 6, I'm charged up. And that's how I am generally, because I'm charged up about life, because you don't get this life easily. And still you are complaining about not making money or having some bad relationship or health. But the very fact that you're breathing is itself a reason to celebrate. Plus, you have to have that enthusiasm to make these things happen in your life. So you need to be charged up. Of course, there are failures, there are setbacks, there are things which don't go right, there are delays, right? I was supposed to release this book almost 6 months or 9 months back. But then there was a delay because kept writing, rewriting, editing, new stuff, adding and all that. But keep going with enthusiasm. Nothing can push you down. You get that. 2 important life lessons is go beyond your criticism, go have a bubble, think big, and dare to go big. There's a famous quote recently I heard is go big or go home. I don't know who said that. Let me recollect. Go big or go home. That's the thing. If you are not going big, you're just playing mediocre. And the second is have enthusiasm about life, have enthusiasm about trading or whatever business you're doing right now. I hope some of you are joining for the first time and they were expecting me to talk about technical. It's a Tuesday technical talk. I'll talk about it soon. But so far, did you learn something or did you get some message out of this session? Yes, share that. What did you learn so far? Come on, keep sharing. Great job. It's like water. Go big or go home. Yes, we have to dream. Passion, shared, enthusiasm. Keep focused. Yes, guys, that's the key. Ignore negative people. Do not fall prey to them. Keep going with your passion. Ignore negative people. That's great. Okay, so now let me just go back to my screen if it is working. Yes. Yes, I'm trying to show you the chart of Nifty, and then we're going to Bank Nifty and see what we can check there. Some of you have taken the major advantage of the package at the end of the book. I've sold like all the programs for peanuts, like all together, like power patterns and everything together. Some of you already bought it, so you don't need to bother about it. Okay, let me just check this page, which is not working properly. Advanced get software. Okay, it's just about to get uploaded. My data is uploading, and I'm just trying to fix this screen. Let me just close this thing. Okay. Meanwhile, people are buying the book. Thank you so much. Very soon, we are going to announce few new things. So hang on to this this thing. Just hang on to. Okay. So now I'm going to start this software, and this is going to be awesome stuff. Okay, so I'm ready. So let's change the screen. Okay. Yes, now you can see the screen. Okay, so let's get started. If you have bought the book and not taken the report or that 2-hour video crash, then take it. And maybe you have to buy one more book, which you can gift it to someone. So let's get started with Nifty analysis. And I'm sure some people dropped out because there was a delay on my terms. I apologize for that because of the software. So let's get started. My regular tool, I'm going to show you how I look at the market usually. So this is my regular chart setup, which is Nifty, which is the candlestick chart, Bollinger Bands, moving average, which is 20 moving average, and a simple RSI. And sometimes I look at ADX, and sometimes I look at volume. So when there is important thing to watch out for. So now, if first of all, just wanted to confirm because there's some technical issue. Are you guys able to see my chart, the Nifty chart on screen? And Come on. Can you see my Nifty chart right now? So I can just get started with explaining the market view. Yes, thank you so much. So let's get started. Okay, so this is Nifty right now, which I generally don't trade Nifty much because sometimes it's misleading because of the 50 stocks, and especially the IT and the pharma stocks are balanced sometimes to go up and down like the oil stocks. So it sometimes misleads. So you may trade Nifty individually, but based on Nifty, sometimes it's difficult to bring conclusion to other stocks. So, but let's look at, suppose this is a chart which looks nice. So first thing what I look at is going to be, let's get started with, say, where we are in the support zone. Now, if you look at this itself is a support zone where it was made. Now, if you see, there's only one candle below this, and which only again closed higher. So that means this is a support zone, which is 10,100, where we hit. This was 11th of October, which was the new moon day. And we made a candlestick pattern, which is kind of a unique pattern. You had a white and then a gap down and a white. It's like a white morning star. Now, you might not heard about this white morning star. So if you generally go to Steve Nissan's book, it will say a morning star is black and then small body and then white. But we have a white, small body and a white. Now, white morning star is extremely rare. But whenever you have a white morning star, first of all, it means that there is a major, major bottom formation on the market. What does If I have this, if I stop my Tuesday technical talk right now at this moment, I just gave you one piece of information. Now you can do a lot with this small information, which is what I just said is the based on the pattern one, which is a very rare pattern, and second, it is coming at a support. Two, third, it is coming on the right date, which is the time analysis which we did in the last week. All three things coming together makes it a major bottom in the market. Now, when I say major bottom in the market, means this bottom will not break soon for maybe next few weeks. That's what it looks like right now. Now, then what happens if I have this information? What can market do now? If it does not break the bottom, it may go sideways or it may go up, but it's definitely not going down. Now, once I have this information, which I just made it very simple that it's not going down, that means I can look for positional long trades. Remember, the only problem you have going long when Nifty is coming down, because Nifty can drag everything down except IT and pharma. But now that Nifty is stabilized, the bottom is made. Now I should look. I'm not going to trade Nifty. I'm looking at Nifty as a kind of a signal. And now I'm going to trade some positional trades, which I see on the charts, which looks good from a positional angle. Why? Because the bottom is made, looks like in the formation of it, daily, weekly. We'll go to weekly also. Then I can trade when I can go into other positional trades long. Second, I can sell options. You understand? Like somebody already mentioned that, and great stuff. If I know that markets are not going down, then I can sell options, like sell the puts of 10,200, 10,100, 10,300. So that's one major signal I'm giving you right now on the market. Now, and then we can now look at other thing. Now it started going up. The second thing which I can show you in this is we've seen the whole crash, which was, I would not even say this is a major crash. It's the crashes which I have seen so far. This is like TK, it's okay, part of it. But if you see this crash has most of the candles are black in the whole crash. But in the last 7 days, there are 5 of them whites. That's called change in size, change in frequency, and change in color, which I have explained in my power pattern program in detail. So change of sequence, change of color, that means now bulls are taking charge over it. So that's a good sign on the market. That's second signal I'm giving you. Now, what could be the challenge? The challenge is there's a window here. Can you see there's a gap here? And the second window is here. So going up is not going to be that smooth maybe. So it may go up and down, sideways, and slowly go. And there's a center moving average, which is 20 moving average. So we will find some resistance somewhere around 10,800 something. And there's a window plus a center moving average. And plus if I can use a basic retracement. And that should be the first signal. Once you know there is a major bottom in place, immediately you should do one thing. I hope you guys are taking notes, is that once you know there's a bottom, you should immediately put the retracements on. And once you put the retracements on, your minimum expectation is 38%. 23 is sometimes okay, but 38 is what I'm looking at if it's a major bottom. You can even find out that based on deeper study that this time the retracement has to be minimum 50 or 61 or maybe higher also. But that will go into the deep depth of it. But right now we're looking at 38%, which looks like 10,800 as our first target. So this is my basic information on the market. And now then we look at the weekly chart of it. And let's get rid of all these tools and see if I can decipher something out of this. Remove the lines. Let's get rid of these lines. Okay, now look at the weekly chart, and which says that, okay, this looks interesting on a weekly chart because the week is over and last week was a white candle. Now, if you look at the last week's candle, it looks like a piercing candle, like a key reversal or what we call as bar reversal, because it made a new low and closed higher. And so far today, we are trading above that. So that's a good sign for bulls as far as bulls are concerned. And maybe we can draw a simple trend line which would look like this, right? So this is a weekly chart, which now we can say that it didn't break 40. It was breaking 40 last week, but it's bouncing back. So we can allow that. If you see here also, it tried to do that sometime here also. So that's okay. And monthly, most important chart on monthly is that we have a support on 20 moving average. Can you see that 20 moving average? And I tell you, if you have heard me before, you would know that what I mean by 20 moving average is one of the best tools and techniques or systems or even say indicator in the whole of technical analysis. 20 moving average works like magic. And that too simple, okay? So this is monthly 20 moving average. For the first time, it took support, then forming a shadow. The month is yet to get over because few days to go. So more or less, we can say that we are done for the downtrend. There are enough supports and enough signals to go long. So that's the view. That's how we analyze the market in depth. Now I can go in each of these charts like Bank Nifty and then Nifty IT, and then go into each of the stocks to go from daily, weekly, monthly, or monthly, weekly, daily, and then find out whether I have to go long or short. I will create buy and sell list based on all this information. And next week or this week, I'm going to trade based on those stocks, swing trading or positional trading. You get that? Was this information useful? I'm going beyond my usual time of doing my Tuesday technical talk because I started late. And I gave you some gyan. Some people call it gyan, but it was very important. And my software took some time, so I'm making up for that thing. Is this information important so far, what I shared on Nifty? Did you learn something out of it? You can even hear some Navratri music going on in the background. And today, I think it's going to go all the way till 12 o'clock. So, yeah. All right. So let's get started with another analysis called, let's look at Bank Nifty. And if you have to do the same analysis, now let's do from reverse. It's a monthly chart first in the same 20 moving average, a same bearish kind of a candle, which did not have a follow through in this month so far. Remember that it's important to have a follow through, especially if you have a black candle. So monthly candle so far not doing bad. 20 moving average support slightly below 60, so it's running out of steam. It does not have the same kind of speed which it was in the last few months. So definitely it's going to be slow. And weekly, it tried to manage to go back above 40 again, and it's again a bullish candle and kind of a support here. So it's the same chart as Nifty, maybe slightly better than Nifty, I would say. And daily chart is doing much better. The candlestick here also we have a kind of a white morning star. Now this is something new you would have learned, white morning star. And I can bet you that if you try to find a white morning star for at least next 3 hours on 100 charts, you might get only 4 or 5 of them. That means it's rare. And if it is rare, that means it's very powerful. Do you understand? Oh, somebody's commented that you are getting information of 39 Tuesday technical talk in one Tuesday technical talk. And I think that's correct because we are combining everything. Bollinger Bands, outside and inside bottom. Remember, we did in one episode, Bollinger Band, double bottom, outside, inside. There is a divergence on RSI. I don't know whether we covered divergence in Tuesday technical talk. And that's volatility divergence, that's momentum divergence, and that's 440 support range shift. That's going about 20 moving average, which is a good sign. That's change of size, color, and frequency. That's a good sign. Volumes have been slightly increasing, or maybe they were like an exhaustion volume at the bottom. And one thing, if I want to notice, ADX has sloping down. That means the downtrend has lost steam after this day. And remember, this was the day when there was new moon day, and that was a big white candle. This was the day we started going long in the market and even sold puts because the ADX has turned down. If you remember the ADX options Tuesday technical talk, if you haven't seen those videos, go and check those videos, all 40 of them on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you want to check on that. So Bank Nifty doing much better. And if I think that Bank Nifty is going to do better, again, one thing we need to keep a watch is what is 38% retracement or 50% retracement. So I'm going to look at 38%, which is around 25,900, which is another 300 points to go, and maybe 50%, which would be 26. That's another 500-600 points. If Bank Nifty goes up, then we look at banking stocks. And this is one more important nugget which will save you a lot of time, effort, and money. I don't know if I've shared it earlier or not, that banking stocks or the banking stocks are the financial stocks of the country, are the barometer of the country's economy all over the world. And generally, banking stocks will give you the direction of the economy. And banking stocks are more trended than any other stocks. Trended means they go up or down. In like if you say that other stocks would be trended like 6 months out of 1 year, banking stocks would be trended 9 months out of 10, 12 months. It's just a hypothetical example I'm giving. That means they are more trended. If they are more trended, then you should be tracking and trading banking stocks regularly. And if you do it properly, you get a hang of those banking stocks, and maybe you don't even look at other stocks forever. Like I am most of the throughout the year, most of the time I'm into banks, either long or short, doesn't matter. So plus the Bank Nifty options. So when you have focus on one thing, you can do better, and you can catch the nerve of the stock or catch the nerve of the index or the whole sector, how it moves. And that's one important thing I would like to share for those who are new to this business. And don't spread out too much across too many stocks, and let other people make money in other stocks, popular stocks which makes headlines like DHFL gone down by 50% and all that stuff. I know you can make a lot of money, but it's okay if you don't. But if you have a grip on a few stocks and do it consistently. So now that if I'm looking at this as Bank Nifty making a top, now I need to look at Nifty IT, which is the information technology sector, which is going down since last few days. And if you see, this is a range shift here, and weekly has a big move, big black candlestick, which breaks the bottom. Now, if you are still not convinced, I'm going to teach you 3 major ways how you can predict a major market crash. And out of that, it just happened I see one of them here. So I'm just sharing with you in brief. You see, this is a major trend here on a weekly chart on IT stocks. And you see there's a Bollinger Band going up. And you see that the first time it hit the upper Bollinger Band, that was first, that was second, that was third, and that was fourth. And that's the lesson. That's how you predict a major market crash, is that once it hits the Bollinger Bands 4 times in one row without disturbing the center band, that is done. That means it's over for IT stocks. And as soon as you just don't sell at the top, once you get a confirmation like a shooting star with candle pattern, which I explained in Power Pattern program online, and then you get a confirmation, you get made money. If you ask some of my students who are online right now, who would have made money in IT short also recently, is some of them are you online, guys? Those who are trading, some of you they shorted Infosys or Tech Mahindra, or in fact Nifty IT only, and they made a killing in short of IT stocks based on this simple stuff. What I'm talking about is 4 drive. It's called drive into Bollinger Band. So 4 drives into Bollinger Band, and usually stocks don't go beyond 4. So if I get a 4 drive and then I get a bearish candle, then I'm going to go short in the market. So that's my view. So IT is over and done for the uptrend. That means IT goes down, Nifty goes up, everything is in sync, all good to go long. Now, it's not going to be as fast as it was in 2018, in the earlier part of 18, but it's slow and gradual and steady. So I now have a major direction to the market. So now I know which side to look for. And that's very important. Now, whether you understand this, some people who are trading in the market, they will understand that this information is very crucial, what I just did. And I do this every 10 days with my 1-year coaching students. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Now, if you have any, like some of you made money on TechM, yes, there's this guy, Bhavin, made money. HCL Tech, Vikrant, you shorted HCL Tech. You guys are awesome stuff. So I already gave you my mastermind on this session, and we can go detail now. It's almost 1 hour, and this is one good information I think you have got so far and in this session. So now I just want you to get this book, which is coming up in December, but you don't have to wait till December, but you can get the immediate videos with you, plus the 3 ways to predict the market crash, out of which I just explained one, which in a bit I'm going to go in detail in that, plus some other programs and videos which are there at unbelievable prices. So just share this link, go and click on this link, buy the book, and you'll get amazing video stuff. And I hope, what was the main lesson you learned today in today's session? I shared a lot of things on mindset, on markets. So one thing which you learned in today's session, come on. Come on. And keep sharing. Even you can take the link of this video right now from Facebook and post it in your WhatsApp group so that they understand what I just shared is a major market analysis. So just keep sharing it. And what was one major lesson you learned today? Come on, quickly. White morning star. Oh, that's great. That was something new. Come on. Predict major market crash tomorrow. White morning star. Come on. Okay, everybody's writing white morning star. Make a bubble around you. Yes. Price hitting Bollinger Band 4 times can predict a crash. Mental bubble. Markets bottomed out. Yes, major signal. White morning star, very rare but powerful. Yes. 4 times hitting the Bollinger Band, 4 drives. Superb stuff. Superb. Go big, go big or go home. This is my quote for the day, for the week. I just got inspired by this. Just join session and my pick is touching. Major trend reversal. 4 drives indicate great stuff. Just go and buy the book. And I thank you so much. We already, in just 24 hours, almost sold like 500 to 600 books in the last one day. And I think another 400 I have to autograph and give you hardcover copy. Now, remember the cost of the book is 1,600 rupees hardcover. Okay. And it's going to be $32 in US out of India. But you are getting at a minuscule price plus some awesome videos. So just make sure you get the book on your desk. It's going to release soon. And then we'll see you soon in next Tuesday Technical Talk. Take this link right now and share it in 5 WhatsApp group, especially if you have a stock market group. So, and they get this major information, and I'll be grateful to you for doing that. Okay. And let's put it this way. I'm putting, you got the link, right? Already you have the link with you. All right, great. Top-down approach, upper Bollinger Band. Thank you so much for showing up. Can you guys, yeah. Thank you so much. I love talking to you. Maybe you can see the link in the comment section. You already posted that link. You might have received a mail. You can go to my page. There's a post below this video. Click on the book and I'll see you soon next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Tuesday Technical Talk rocks. Thanks.